Hello, Canada. The Canadian team has made only one change in their lineup. Jean Rattel replaces Bill Goldsworthy for tonight's game. The Soviets have pulled a surprise and have made no less than 6 changes. We'll tell you about them later. Brian?
Foster, I think one of the reasons the Soviets have made changes is they realize that they have to be stronger in the corners. I see they've dropped number 11, Zeman, and in the latter part of that game in Toronto, Zeman was pulling up considerably when he'd go into the corner to check. I also know that they have changed and dropped Ragulin on defense. I think after Ivan Cornoyer went around him like a hoop around a barrel, I think the Soviets thought that they couldn't put him back in there tonight. So we are going to see a lot of changes. We don't exactly know how they're going to combine them, but there will be a lot of changes for the Soviets.
As far as we can check, Vasiliev and Shatilov are going to be on the defense. Mishakov, Saludikin, Anderson, Lebedev, and Bodnov have been added to the lineup, and I believe they are starting a kid line. Not starting, but we'll have a kid line out there.
Those 3 players, of course, being Anderson, Lebedev, and Bodanov, all of which are 21 years old.
Tremendous crowd in the Winnipeg Arena.
Heading tonight's pregame ceremonies is a presentation of commemorative gold medallions to the 2 head coaches. There's Tony Esposito heading out onto the ice, the last member of Team Canada to head out of the dressing room. A tremendous ovation here in Winnipeg for both the teams as they step onto the ice. The 2 head coaches, Harry Sinden and Bobarov, at center ice waiting to be presented with their gold commemorative gold medals.
May I direct your attention to center ice for a special presentation. Taking part are Mr. Al Scott, coordinator for Hockey Canada, Father David Bauer, and coaches Sinden and Bobrov. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez diriger votre attention au centre de la glace pour une cérémonie de présentation à laquelle prendront part Monsieur Al Scott, coordonnateur de Hockey Canada, le père David Bauer et les entraîneurs Sinden du Canada et Bobrov de l'Union soviétique.
On behalf of Hockey Canada and our president, Mr. Charles Hay, I am honored to ask Father David Bauer to present gold medallions to Coach Bobrov and Coach Sinden. Silver medallions are to be presented to each member of both teams. De la part de Hockey Canada, je suis honoré de demander au père David Bauer de présenter ces médaillons d'or aux instructeurs Bobrov et Sinden. Chaque joueur des 2 équipes recevra un médaillon d'argent. Merci.
There's a good look at Father David Bauer, who just presented the gold medallions to the 2 coaches. And there's Harry Sinden leaving the ice.
Here are the lineups for tonight.
And now down to the ice level and the introduction of the players.
L'Union soviétique. Number 1, numéro 1, Victor Zinger. Number 2, numéro 2, Alexander Gusev. Numéro 3, number 3, Vladimir Luchenko. Number 4, numéro 4, Victor Guskin. Number 6, numéro 6, Valery Vassiliev. Number 7, numéro 7, Ganandi Tikankov. Number 10, numéro 10, Alexander Maltsev. Number 12, numéro 12, Evgeny Mishakov. Number 13, numéro 13, Boris Mikhailov. Number 14, numéro 14, Yuri Shatalov. Number 15, numéro 15, Alexander Yakushev. Number 16, numéro 16, Vladimir Petrov. Number 17, numéro 17, Valery Karmakov. Number 19, numéro 19, Vladimir Shadrin. Number 20, numéro 20, Vladislav Tretьяка. Number 21, numéro 21, Vyacheslav Solodukin. Number 22, numéro 22, Vyacheslav Anisin. Number 24, numéro 24, Alexander Bodunov. Numéro 23, number 23, Yuri Lebedev. And now, Team Canada, l'équipe Canada. Number 1, numéro 1, Ed Johnston. Number 2, numéro 2, Gary Bergman. Number 3, numéro 3, Pat Stapleton. Number 5, numéro 5, Brad Park. Number 6, numéro 6, Ron Ellis. Number 7, numéro 7, Phil Esposito. Number 12, numéro 12, Yvan Cournoyer. Number 14, numéro 14, Wayne Cashman. Number 17, numéro 17, Bill White. Number 18, numéro 18, Jean Rattel. Number 19, numéro 19, Paul Henderson. Number 20, numéro 20, Peter Mahovlich. Number 21, numéro 21, Stan Mikita. Number 22, numéro 22, J.P. Parisé. Number 23, numéro 23, Serge Savard. Number 25, numéro 25, Guy Lapointe. Number 27, numéro 27, Frank Mahovlich. Number 28, numéro 28, Bobby Clark. Number 35, numéro 35, Tony Esposito. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you now to stand and observe a moment's silence in memory of the Israeli athletes who died so tragically in Munich yesterday. Mesdames et messieurs, nous vous demandons de rester debout, de garder un moment de silence à la mémoire des athlètes israéliens qui ont trouvé une mort tragique à Munich hier. Please remain standing for the Soviet and Canadian anthems. S'il vous plaît, restez debout pour les hymnes nationaux de l'Union soviétique et du Canada.
And now the traditional exchange of gifts. Team Canada giving a provincial crest from Manitoba to the Soviets. And there is Kuskin, the captain, exchanging crests with Stan Mikita.
This is Game 3 of the Canada-Soviet series from Winnipeg. And now for the starting lineups. Esposito is in goal for Canada. Park and Bergman on the defense. And the Clark-Ellis-Henderson line is starting for Canada. Tretyak, of course, is in goal for the Soviets. The Luchenko and Tsigankov on the defense, and Maltsev with Harlamov and Mikhailov, the forward line for the Soviets on the starting gun. So now we're all set now, and there's the Zinger, the extra goalkeeper, and Ed Johnson, of course, is the standby goalkeeper for Canada. The Soviets are going into a huddle over there by the blue line. They do that every game. They get all in a group, give a little cheer, I guess, like a college team, and then skate over to their bench, which is on the far side of the arena. Now, Tretyak has been quite a sensation, number 20, in goal for the Soviet, and of course Tony Esposito, who gave such a great showing in the second game of the series. Now we're all set for the start of the game. Maltsev cleared the puck from the face-off. Park going in back of the Canadian goal. Park is covered on the play by Harlamov, but the puck goes loose to Bergman. Bergman is covered by Mikhailov, and the Soviet looks as if they're going to put the pressure on right from the drop of the hat. There's a rolling puck in front of the goal. Here's the shot by Maltsev, right on. And Esposito made the save as the Soviet are moving in on that ganging attack right off the start.
Tony Esposito's called upon to make a big save here. Now look at Mikhailov, gets that puck out perfectly. Maltsev backs away after the defenseman drops. Esposito called upon to make a big save.
Clark from the face-off is trying to get out. Maltsev missed him. Bergman played it over on the wing. It slides out, and Luchenko goes back to get it, shooting the head at center ice. Harlamov is in there, stopped by the Canadians. Team Ellis tried to get away after Henderson had broken up the rush. Clark shot against the Soviet defense. The puck goes loose back to the Soviet goal. Maltsev over on the right side to Harlamov. He went in on the boards. Bergman is in ahead of him, and Bergman failed to clear it away when it hit Mikhailov. Puck is over in the far side. Luchenko shot it back of the net. Mikhailov recovers, and the Soviet are putting on the pressure. Luchenko let one go. It's knocked to the side. Another shot right on. Knocked out on the right wing. Canada break with one man back. A pass is intercepted as Tsigankov was right in position to intercept that pass. Now the puck goes loose into the Soviet zone. Yakashev is starting to move. Chadron is out there with him. Canadians get a shot, a weak shot to the side. Here's another drive by Bill White. The right from the goal! Was right on the edge of the goal crease, and Canada's drawn first blood. Bill White.
This was a high-rising shot by Bill White. A perfect shot. Now Tretyak can't control the rebound. He juggles it. Parise, standing on the doorstep, bangs the puck in the far corner. Here's another angle. Tretyak cannot control a high-rising shot by White.
Jean-Paul Parise got that one from White at 1:54 and was right after a change of lines by the Canadian team. The time is 1:54. Parise from White. All set for the face-off, and Anderson is now at center ice for the Soviets as they put their kid line out. The puck is recovered by Anderson, who took a long shot. Esposito played it off to the wing. Canada leading 1-0 in this third game of the series. A long pass to Mahovlich. He's covered by Anderson. The puck went over on the right wing. Cournoyer goes into the corner and pins Shatteloff with quite a jolt on the right side. Vodnov moves down the left wing to center ice. A long shot. Steered off to the corner. Stapleton beats the pass to Mahovlich to Cournoyer, number 12. Back again at center ice. And they finally shoot it in on a player change for Canada. Raquel is going out there for the Canadian team. A long pass to Bodnov. Failed to click. Bill White carries it into the corner for Canada. Lobbing it on the side. Stopped by Vasiliev. There's going to be a penalty on the play for elbowing. And there's the first penalty of the game. 16:58 is the time. It was an elbow by Vasiliev. So Vasiliev of the Soviet team gets the first penalty for elbowing. So it looks as if they might be going to clamp down a bit. The time is 3:02 of the first period. Canada leading the Soviets 1-0. A goal by Parisi from White at 1:54. Puck is back to Park. Cleared over at the blue line. Intercepted. Here's a long shot. He scores! A long shot from the right side by Petrov. Right from the faceoff.
Can't make careless passes around the blue line. Frank Mahovlich misses the pass here. Petrov walks right in. Now look at the triangle, the way Tony Esposito goes down.
3:16 is the time of Petrov's scoring play, and it came right after a change of players. Petrov got that draw and fired it. Now Canada trying to come up to the blue line. Lecheko trying to knock it off to the wing. Here's Park getting his shot. Ooh, a sizzler. Puck is shot down the ice. Park is going ahead of Petrov, 16. And Lapointe is now returning for Canada on the far wing. Pulled away from Mishakov, centered in front. It's deflected to the blue line, but not out. Mahovlich, 27, getting his shot right on. Tretyak stopped it. Back to Lapointe, who missed it. A break down the left side. Petrov keeps after it. Goes right on. Esposito took him off into the corner, and Canada come back. The score is tied, 1-1. Marnoyer let a hot one go there. Tretyak went high with his glove to knock it down from the corner. Marnoyer again trying his luck. Lecheko partially stopped it the first time, and then it went to Kuskin. Puck is back at center ice. Bill White taking a long shot, and again frequent changes coming into the game. Lecheko back to the net with Ellis after him. Henderson rushes over to stop him. Now Kuskin, number 4 for the Soviet, right onto Stapleton's stick. Up to Esposito, who couldn't carry it. Yakushev comes right back, driving it into the Canadian zone. The score is tied, 1-1. Parisi scoring for Canada. Petrov for the Soviets. Esposito to center ice. Lobbed one wide of the net. Gusev cleared it back to the goal. There goes a helmet of the Soviet player. Yakushev comes up, only Esposito stole the puck from him, and Clark is coming over the boards with Ellis and Henderson. A sliding pass goes to center ice. Yakushev broke it up. Clark drives it over the line into the Soviet zone to one side of the net. Gusev is covered by Clark. Henderson is trying to dig it out. It goes back to the Soviet goal. A long pass goes right down the ice, and it'll be called for icing. With the score, Canada won and the Soviets won. This is Game 3 from Winnipeg. Tretyak was tested there by Paul Henderson with a low drive from the left side. Bodnov failed to get past center ice. Vasiliev on the defense now was stopped, and Bill White, 17 for Canada, alone, tries to pull his way through. It's recovered by Vasiliev, who goes back to the net. Clark dumped him over on that far side. A dump again. Here's a close-in play. The puck hit Pat Stapleton. The Soviets get it again. Anderson getting it over on the far wing to Lebedev, and he was checked. Canada on the attack to center ice. A hard check there by Kuskin slowed the Canadian player down. It was Cashman. Cashman is out there now. There's a shot high over the Canadian goal. It's a 1-1 tie. Canada trying to get Savard. Savard is up to center ice. Savard comes up over on the right side. Savard keeps on going into the corner. He's 23, but he was finally stopped by Shadloff. Into the corner for Anderson, and boy, was he bounced, and he left his helmet there. Play is called.
This is a good, stiff body check. And Savard really takes Anderson out. Anderson, 21 years old. This is his first big test in international competition. That whole line of 22, 23, and 24 getting their first chance in international competition.
From the face-off, Harlamov is over on the right wing, still going. The puck got away from him. It's lobbed up to center ice. Luchenko drives it right back in again. Esposito stopping it back of the goal. Canada regrouping, starting to make the move. A long pass on the left side from Savard. A long drive. Tretьяк knocked it to the side. It goes into the corner. Maltsev attempted a forward, gets a return at center ice, beating down over the line. A drop pass is intercepted. Cashman cleared ahead to Esposito. Esposito going into the corner, was shoved around a bit by Sagankov. Now here's a shot on goal, wide of the net. It's going to be a penalty call on that last play, and looks like a slashing penalty. With the score, Canada won and the Soviets won. This is Game 3 from Winnipeg.
0-1.
Canada will be a man short. Cashman going into the penalty box for slashing.
Numéro 14.
At 8:01.
Cashman. Numéro 2.
Cashman.
Pour avoir porté
Well, that's the
le
first
bâton
Canadian
pro.
penalty.
8 minutes, 1
Vasiliev
seconde.
had received a penalty prior to that. Petrov scored the lone Soviet goal unassisted. Harlamov is now moving down with Maltsev, number 10, over the Canadian line, going into the corner, and he's taken into the boards by Brad Park. They're really playing it hard. A loose puck comes back to Luchenko at the blue line. Over on the far wing, a fake shot goes into the corner, and the Soviet player fell, trying to dig it out. Mikhailov comes from the side, was stopped. Now they move from the other side. They're jiggling that puck around quite a bit. Mikhailov played it to the corner. Saganko is handled by Bergman. There's a slash back of the goal there by Bergman. Play goes right on. It's back to Luchenko at the blue line. A pass to the left side. Back again, a slider. A stop by Bergman and cleared to the corner. Soviets still retain that puck. Mikhailov cleared it. It's right in front of the net. Right in front. And they fail to get a drive on the goal. But the Soviets have the Canadian team mesmerized a bit with their passing plays.
Where Canada's getting in trouble on this power play is that they're playing the box a little too tightly, and they're giving the Soviets good puck control around the outside. This is Mikhailov. He gets it through the far side. Now the box is a little too tight there. The defenseman should have been over on that far side, and had it not been for a superb save by Esposito, the Soviets might have taken the lead.
That was a close call for Canada. There's the Soviet kept that puck just as if they had it on that string, as they did in the first game. 50 seconds left in the Canadian penalty to Cashman. Canada recovers from the faceoff. Ellis, number 6, gets to center ice. Was well covered by Yakushev on the play. Puck goes back into the Soviet zone. Yakushev took the pass from Pushkin, and it's still back in there. Gusev, number 2, trying his luck as the Canadians are doing some real forechecking now. A quick pass up to the blue line. Shadron got it over to Yakushev and shot it back to the net. Solodukin getting it back to the blue line. The drive goes wide. Pat Stapleton deflecting it to the corner. Shadron stands there, back to the blue line, back to Shadron. He still has it into the side there. Another pass goes astray, and that seemed to be a rather weak effort, but Gusev stopped it at center ice. Another try now. Bodnov drives it against the boards. Canada at full strength. Teams at full strength. Each team has served a penalty. Ellis cut back. And the Canadian team in the game so far in this first period seem a little more cautious. A long sliding pass goes in and wide of the Soviet goal. It's called for icing as Cornwallis was rushing in there fast. Maltsev is apparently getting a little attention, and they're taping up his hand. Whether he was injured or not, it's hard to say, but they're playing it rough out there, and there have been some fair board checks in the game so far. Lapointe and Savard are coming out for Canada on the defense. Anderson is going to be over at center ice. Lebedev is on one wing. This is their kid line. And Bodnov is on the other wing. This is the first time these two, Lebedev and Bodnov, have played in the Canadian series. Peter Mahovlich is out there now. The puck is cleared out at center. It rolls around at center ice, and it's finally Savard that cleared it over to Peter Mahovlich. Over on that left wing, here's a shot, and it hit the outside of the net. That was a close call, as Rattel drove one from the side. He's the added player for Canada in this game. A slider went wide of the Canadian goal. It wasn't a dangerous rush. Bodnov was well covered, and Canada starts back a two-man break at center. Over on the right side, Cornwallis tested Tretьяка there from close in on the wing, and the Soviet goalkeeper just closed his pads.
That line of Bodnov, Anderson, and Lebedev, they're all 21 years old. Cornwallis breaks in from that right wing with that tremendous speed. Now watch him cut back towards the net. Tretьяка right out, cuts down the angle, nothing to shoot at.
Ready for the face-off. Esposito gets his shot. He's right in front of the net. And Parisi goes into the corner. Lecheko stopped him. It's up to Mihailov. Maltsev going down the right boards. He's number 10. Recovered by Canada. Esposito getting it out to center ice. Cashman couldn't get a stick on it. Sagankov fell, and the puck goes to one side of the Soviet goal. 1-1 tie in this first period with 8:21 left. Canada recover. Cashman fighting for that puck, goes over on the wing to try to pass. Parisi couldn't get a real shot. A three-man break for the Soviet. Coming down with a pass to Mihailov. The shot went wide, but they're walking right in there. Canada moving up on a three-man rush. Cashman gets it over the line, rolled it to the side. A pass back to Esposito. His shot went off the leg. Cashman squeezes Lecheko close to the boards there. With the score, Canada won and the Soviets won. This is Game 3 from Winnipeg.
Jackie
Getting
McLeod,
all set now for the face-off. Shakashev has got the draw over onto that far side. Solidukin, Anderson, and a roller goes into the Canadian zone. A drive went off Park. He stopped it on his skate. Park cleared it out to Henderson. He wears the red helmet on that left wing. Puck bounces around to Ellis on this side. He's well covered by Sagankov. Shadrin failed to get away on his try. Gusev played it over onto the wing. Yakashev, a rangy player, plays it over onto the far wing. Kuzkin played it ahead, and they drive it into the Canadian zone. The puck going to the opposite corner. Solidukin tried to center it out. Park blocked it. Stayed right in the slot there, and Park, number 5, is trying to pull away from Shadrin. Shadrin had him covered, then Bergman plays it over onto the right boards, and Ellis taps it down the ice. Kuzkin is going back, goes over the line. He made no attempt, of course, he didn't have to stop it, and it's called for icing. Kuzkin, number 4, for the Soviet, a very aggressive defense player.
Both teams are playing it a lot more cautiously in this first period than they did in either Toronto or Montreal, with a score 1-1. Both teams are trying to establish some sort of control before they take too many chances.
Bill White and Pat Stapleton going on the defense to replace Park and Bergman. Kid line for the Soviet out there again. Anderson at center ice. Vasiliev takes over on the defense. Stan Mikita tried to break out. Pat Stapleton plays it over on the wing to Mahovlich. Cornwallis goes in to help him out. Cornwallis tried to dig it back to Mahovlich, who has it. Playing back of that net, centered out in front. Cornwallis couldn't get a whack at it. Mikita is the center. Now a three-man break for the Soviet. Over the line, right in on goal. And a close one there as Vodnov had a shot. The Canadian team roll that puck out, getting it out of their own territory. With Shataloff, number 14, playing his first game. Playing it ahead now to Anderson at center. The shot was stopped. Clear to the corner, but Anderson gets it again, shooting it back to the net as the Soviet keep the pressure on the Canadian team. Vodnov was stopped. Pat Stapleton goes back to the goal. He's checked by Lebedev. Here's right in front of the goal. They're getting another shot. That just grazed the post on that drive. They keep getting extra shots on there as the Canadian team are not clearing too well. Vodnov got that puck back into the Canadian zone. Bill White over to Stapleton. Ahead at center to Esposito. Over on the right side. Cornwallis cleared in front. And it slides to the Soviet team with Mihailov. Coming back with Harlamov. Harlamov, 17. Let a hard one go. He nearly cleared it right into his own net off his own teammate. But he was able to cover. And the puck goes to the left wing. Long clearing pass. Here's Cashman right in on goal. And Tretyak went down low and covered. Harlamov coming back for the Soviet, weaving over on that right side, tried to center into Mihailov. Failed to click, it rolled in front of the net. The Canadian team are having a number of close calls as the Soviets worm right in close. And the defense don't seem to be able to knock them over. Up to center ice, Harlamov getting it over to Maltsev. Maltsev is jumped on the play. There's going to be a penalty. Greasy seemed to upset him with his skate. They're going to call it tripping, likely. Yes, they're going to call a tripping penalty. With the score, Canada won and the Soviets won. This is Game 3 from Winnipeg.
Pour avoir fait trébucher à 15 minutes 47.
This is an Academy Award winner, that penalty, Foster.
Well, that's Parisi got the tripping penalty. The time is 15:47, and it looked at the time as if the Soviet player had just taken a sort of dive, but at the same time, he wasn't handled gently. Maltsev is now for the face-off. The Soviet having the advantage again in manpower for the second time in the game. Puck goes back to the Soviet blue line. They're regrouping. Lecheko to Maharlov. Maharlov coming back at center. He's one of their stars. Back to Mihailov. The drive right on. And a good stop there by Esposito. Canadian team trying to break out on the right wing. Savard goes up over the line. Here's Peter Mahovlich going in a goal. And his drive was wide. Peter Mahovlich took that pass, was right in for the shot, but failed to drive it home. Soviet coming right back. Mihailov, 13. Savard stopped him. Savard with the point, shooting it away. And it's Sagankov for the Soviet to Lecheko, number 3. He overskated the puck and nearly left it there as Bill Esposito was trying hard to get it. Puck is still loose in the Soviet zone. Canada still a man short. 53 seconds of the penalty. A pass to the boards. Peter Mahovlich digs it out to center ice. And the puck rolls back to the Soviet blue line. Cleared back into the Canadian zone. Brad Park is going with a clearing shot down the ice. Tretьяк having to stop it. Gusev, number 2 for the Soviet. Shot it to center ice. Bergman shot it right back, nearly hit the referee. Len Gagnon and Gordon Lee are the 2 officials. And they're much stricter in this game so far. Here's a trip or a bump there by Bergman, who really threw the hit, but allowed it was a good clean check there. It looked as if he might have got his skate in it, but he apparently got more hit. Now Yakushev was given the bounce as he tried to come down. And he was hit by Clark. Clark, 28, drives the puck down the ice. It's a bouncer wide of the Soviet goal. Another heavy check there by Ellis, and they're really hammering each other. Brad Park, 5, over on the left side. Henderson trying to come in as they change players on the go. It rolls right across the goal mouth. Gusev, number 2, playing it over on the right wing. Shadron was replaced, and now Lebedev is dumped by Henderson. Here's Canada coming in out of break. Right in that goal, right in, score! Right in front of the net. And Rattel went dropping in on the pass, and it was home free.
Team Canada takes control deep in their end. Now a good play by Ivan Cornmoyer. Now look at Rattel control the puck, sees the opening in the top side, and beats Tretjak with a good, clean shot. Jean Rattel.
Rattel really broke in there, and you can see why he was added to the lineup for tonight's game, the third game of the series. He played in the first one, but he had the know-how, and he burst right through there and gave the Soviet goalkeeper Tretjak no chance, and now Canada takes the lead 2-1. Canada 2, Soviet 1. Rattel at 18:25. Down that far wing for Anderson. He failed to get anywhere with the help of Lebedev. There, Canadian team starting out again. Up to center ice. Bill White cleared a forward pass too far. Goes into the corner. They center it out. Here's a shot by Mahovlich. Tretjak stopped that. They're all around the goal. Here's another chance. Stapleton playing it over onto the wing. It's right in front for Rattel on a pass from Cornmoyer. But he failed to get a shot as he was bumped just as he was set to go. Lebedev on the right wing, 23, slashes at Rattel.
Assist, number 12,
and Anderson goes into the corner. Anderson playing a very strong game for the Soviet. A pass and a check from behind by Mahovlich. As Canada take over at center, a long pass to Cornmoyer. Went astray. Shadalov ahead to Mihailov to center ice for Harlamov, and he had his stick knocked out of his hand by Cashman. And Cashman laid it on fairly heavily. Shadalov took a long drive at Esposito. 12 seconds left in the period. 2-1 for Canada. And the Canadian team starting to move again down the right side at center ice. Skated off by Maltsev. Esposito had his drive. Harlamov coming down with a drive was blocked as he tried to shoot it. Bill White broke it up, and the excitement and the noise was so great that they couldn't tell when the period had ended. With the score, Canada 2 and the Soviets 1. This is Game 3 from Winnipeg. Recapping the first period at 1:54, Parisi scored for Canada from White and also Phil Esposito. At 3:16, Petrov scored an unassisted goal for the Soviet to tie it up. Then at 18:25, Rattel moved in to score from Bergman and Cornmoyer. And the period ended with the score, Canada 2, the Soviet 1. There were 3 penalties. Vasiliev for elbowing for the Soviet, Cashman for slashing for Canada, and Parisi for tripping. The times 3:02, 8:01, and 15:47. So that Canada had 2 penalties and the Soviet 1.
So teams get ready to go to the opening face-off. I have to remark, Foster, on the heavy hitting in that period. It was really fantastic to see both teams go into the corners. They were always looking for the checks, and some checks like Bergman Bill White going into that corner, throwing the shoulder, and I think the game's going to be won in the corners tonight.
All set for the face-off, and Shadron is at center ice, 19 for the Soviet, clearing it into the Canadian zone. Canada to the right, the Soviets in the white to the left. Sliding with the shot, what a save that was on Gusev. Another drive, hit a player, and Bergman is going in back of the net, and the Soviets seem to take advantage of making a quick thrust right at the beginning of the period. Here's a breakaway for Phil Esposito coming in on the right side. He got in the rebound, and he just failed to get it by Tretjak, who had stopped it, but the puck got loose. Puck was cleared out at center, and it's finally seen there, and the puck is over the line. Reese was pushed around quite a bit on the play. Hart intercepted that pass. Cashman is waiting for the pass. Goes to Esposito instead. Yakushev is down with Esposito. The two of them fell together. Cashman clears to Esposito to back of the net. He's trying to dig it out. Shoot it on the boards. Down the ice. It's sliding. It's going over the line. And they didn't call it. So Bergman brings it back. They thought that was going to be called for icing. Reese, 22, cleared the puck, and the shot was made by Esposito, 7. Puck is still in the corner. Canada in possession momentarily. Cashman recovered momentarily again by Lebedev. And here's another shot from the blue line by Pat Stapleton as they got it back to the Soviet player. Now there's a rough and tussle in there, and it nearly started something.
Again, those heavy checks along the boards, and I'd have to believe the reason the Soviets changed that front line, bringing in the young kids and changing some of their defense, Foster, is to get a little more beef in the corners, because they know that Team Canada is going to play it very tough along the boards with Cashman, Parise, Henderson, Ellis, and if they're going to win this game, they know they're going to have to meet Canada pound for pound along the boards, and so far it's been almost a saw-off.
Canada leading 2-1, and the puck is in the Soviet zone. They break out 3 abreast, coming over on the long pass on the right side. A return pass there by Lebedev went astray. Another pass comes to the blue line. It's out, and the player is knocked over by Stan Mikita, but he failed to get loose. Lebedev is knocked over, and there's rough treatment every time anybody gets near that puck. It goes out to center ice with Shaveloff driving it over the line. Past Stapleton, who took a ride there from Lebedev, 23. Soviet trying to come in on the right side. Anderson cleared it back to the blue line. Here's the shot that's deflected. Another shot hit a skate when Lebedev had a try. Jamming session on the boards in the Canadian zone, and the face-off in the Canada zone.
The checking along the boards is very fierce, and the one thing that a lot of people have commented on is that it appears that Team Canada appears to be running quite a bit. But I'd have to say that having played against the Soviets, you mightn't notice their checking quite as much, but they have the stick, the elbow, the hand comes up in the face, and they come off the checks with the stick. And I'm sure that even though you don't notice it quite as much, that they're making that going just as rough.
From the face-off, Canada gets it to Lapointe. Now on the defense with Savard, up to center ice. A cleared pass on the left wing to Henderson, out there with Ellis and Clark. Puck rolls over onto the boards. They're watching this 3-man break at center. Mihailov, 13, going in on the right side, stops. He'll pass it if he ever gets a chance. And the puck rolls out over the line. Harlamov getting it back to his defenseman. It's cleared over the line. They're moving in fast. Here's Maltsev getting the shot. And Esposito had to be very good to get that one right on his glove.
Esposito made a spectacular save here. A terrific shift coming down by number 10, Maltsev, and he passes that puck off quickly right here. Now Maltsev takes that pass, and Esposito almost gets caught trying to set up to cover the angle of Maltsev. Maltsev let that shot go the second he got it and almost caught Tony Esposito coming across the net.
Puck slides to the blue line. The shot is wide of the net. Mihailov, 13, digs it out. It goes to Lachenko. He shoots it into the corner. Mihailov is watched by Lapointe. Puck goes back to the net, and it's grabbed off by Clark. Given to Savard. Lapointe getting it ahead over the blue line. A long pass by Clark goes into the corner. Ellis didn't know he had it. Soviet trying to come back. A long clearing pass goes to Henderson. Another chance for Savard. He fooled Mihailov. Goes to center. He's 23. Savard shoots it into the corner. He's playing a strong game. Henderson raced after it. Here's a shot by Ellis. And Tretьяк stopped that one. And Esposito is down on the ice after that collision with Lachenko. With the score, Canada 2 and the Soviet 1. This is Game 3 from Winnipeg.
Tretьяк has been very strong in the Soviet net again tonight.
From the faceoff, here's a shot from the blue line. Went wide there as it hit a leg. Nearly fooled Tretьяк. Park with the defense on the trench with Bergman. The puck goes in back of the goal. Cashman took his man out of the play, Vasiliev, and they're jabbing in the opposite corner. Gusev is watched by Parise. And he scored! Esposito got a pass from the corner and fired it home to give Canada a 3-1 lead. Esposito.
A perfect example of your wingers working in the corners. Look at him fight for the puck right here. He gets it. Cashman out to his favorite, Esposito. Drills it to the top right-hand corner. Tretьяк had no chance. As you'll see on this goal, Tretьяk has to cover the post, and he gets beaten cleanly.
From the face-off, the puck goes to center ice. And it's 3-1 now for Canada. Esposito got the goal. Cashman and Parise seem to get the assist, but we'll wait for the official on it. They're jamming in the Soviet zone. Parise trying to clear it out in front. 22. He gets it over the corner to Cashman. There's going to be a penalty on the play. Here it goes. And it goes to the Soviet player for interference, and Esposito is talking to him.
You wonder how far they can go in this game without a fight developing. A fight in international hockey not only gets your team a 10-minute penalty, but it also gets the two players involved kicked out of the game, so they'll restrain themselves as best they can. But the tension is very immense here, and you have to believe that a fight might develop.
Well, when you get rather tight refereeing and it seems to irritate players and make them retaliate at times when they would show better judgment. But it's a hard-hitting game. There's no question about it. The checking is extremely hard. You couldn't say the officiating was lenient by any means, but they're calling just about everything they can.
So far, I have to be impressed, Foster, with the man-to-man play that Team Canada has exhibited. They are playing the body tonight just absolutely perfectly.
USSR, number 16, Vladimir Petrov, 2 minutes for interference at 4:46. Punition, Union Soviétique, le numéro 16, Vladimir Petrov.
Already with Rattel now at center ice for Canada. 4:19 was the time of Esposito's goal. And he was the real opportunist when he just touched that puck and it was in the net, the way he blazed it from the slot. Mahovlich with Rattel at center this time, and Cornwallis. At the blue line, Brad Park to Cornwallis in the corner. He shoots it right in front of the goal. It bounces over to Lapointe. Lapointe drives it in back of the net. Cornwallis trying to get it back to Park. Fakes the shot, backhands it, and it's driven down the ice. Tony Esposito skates out to the corner, shoots it around on the boards. Frank Mahovlich, 27, goes in front of his own net. Shadron is trying to stop him. Mishakov missed him. The sliding pass goes into the corner. Rattel tried to dig it out, but couldn't. Mishakov, number 12, cleared ahead, and Shadron shot it down the ice. Canada turning again with a pass on the left wing. Peter Mahovlich let it slide out. Vasiliev cleared on that left wing, and the Soviet player Shadrin was turned around. Now Vasiliev getting a shot, and it's wide of the net. Esposito's view was blocked on that one. Back comes Canada. Lapointe carrying it at center ice over the line, closing in right in front. Arena nearly got his stick on that one. That was a close call for the Soviets. As the puck comes out to center ice, Park 5. Changing players again. Park at the blue line, failed to get by Mishakov. He's trying it again. Playing it cagey. 3-1 for Canada. A cleared pass on the right side to Esposito. And he's out there quite often. The point to Peter Mahavlich and Cornwallier, who has it. Back to Peter Mahavlich, who tried to steer it, and it went wide of the net. And the Canadian team mixing up their lines now. Here's Lapointe getting a shot. It bounced off the Soviet player, a two-man break at center. Lapointe trying to stick with Mishakov. Park is given a bounce against the boards, and then he's bounced from behind there. Snyder goes down. Cornwallier going after it, closing in with Esposito, who is turned around without getting a shot on goal. Return rush by the Soviets. Petrov had his shot that bounced wide, and a swing at that puck went wide as it goes loose on that corner. Another shot is a drive off the target. Goes all the way back to Kuzkin, number 4 for the Soviet, at his own blue line. Vasiliev was there with the two. Namahailov, number 13, is on the move. Passing, it's deflected. Mihailov stopped with his pass. Here, move to center. Ellis and Henderson going up. Clark waiting after the shot was grabbed off by Tretьяк. Ellis having the drive. With the score, Canada 3 and the Soviets 1. This is game 3 from Winnipeg. 12:09 left in the second period. 3-1 for Canada. Clark getting that puck coming in right in front of the goal. And he shot wide of the net. Ellis recovers by breaking up the drive. Here's Clark in front to Henderson. Ellis right on. Another close call for the Soviets. Bill White and Pat Stapleton on the Canadian defense. Ellis rushing in, grabs the Soviet player, bounces back to White. Here's a shot. Tretьяк stopped it, went wide. It's out in front. Mihailov failed to clear. And the Soviet under pressure. A bump there by Henderson slowed the Russian defense players. Sagankov down. And Mihailov turning, getting in on a shot. He finally passed in front. Oh, what a save that was by Esposito. The pass came right over to the side, and the drive on the short side was knocked down. That was one for the book. That had to be the best save of the night by Tony Esposito. Puck is recovered at the blue line by Canada momentarily. Then it's knocked over the line. There's going to be a penalty call here, according to the official. Maltsev passed on the right wing. Goalkeepers don't make any attempt to move out. He held his hand up, possibly just for a possible offside. Soviet coming back on the right side. Harlamov going in with a shot. It hit a leg. Cashman, 14, clearing it back to the net. It's up with Esposito waiting for a long pass. Cashman goes into the corner. Sagankov in after him, stole the puck from him, lost it again to Cash, centered out. Esposito's drive was wide when he had a real shot there and hurried it. Canadian keep that puck in there. Kavalov is trying to come out with a long forward pass to Anderson. Stopped on the play by Savard. Puck is in the center. Cashman hooked to the head of Esposito. Two of them go over the line. The shot goes to the corner. Cashman takes a jolt, hangs on momentarily, then lost it, and it's a three-man rush for the Soviet. Up over the line for Anderson. The puck goes into the corner to Vodnov. Shot over onto the wing, and Mahavlich shot it out to center on a player change. The Nikita is out there now with Frank Mahovlich as the puck goes bouncing back with a goal. Nikita with the red helmet dumped on the flag by Lebedev. There'll be a penalty there. Here comes LaPointe closing in, centered in front. Noda's there. Another drive by Mahovlich. And Nikita tried to steer it home. Another try at the blue line. Here's the shot. Oh, Hart let it go. And it's finally called when the Soviet get it. And
does Lebedev ever hit Stan Mikita right here? Mikita tries to avoid the check, but look at him get the stick between the legs. And goodbye, Stan.
Lebedev is off for tripping.
Penalty, USSR, number 23, Yuri Lebedev, 2 minutes for tripping at 11 minutes. Punition URSS, le numéro 23.
Lebedev is off for tripping at the
2 minutes pour avoir fait trébucher à 11 minutes.
Lebedev off for tripping at the 11-minute mark. And now Canada will have the odd man advantage. Canada leading 3-1. Puck is cleared into the Canadian zone to the right. Rattel is out there with Peter Mahovlich. The two of them coming up at center with Cournoyer dropping back. Puck was recovered momentarily by Mishakov and shot down the ice. Canadian team trying to get regroup. LaPointe. 25 going back of the Canadian goal. Point leading the rush, coming up to the blue line. At center ice, hit his own man. It bounces back into the center ice area. Peter Mahovlich couldn't get it, but Rattel rushes after it. Cournoyer gets it back into the corner. Peter Mahovlich shoots it back to the net to Cournoyer. It bounces off the Soviet player, a race for it. And it's recovered on that far wing by Brad Park. A clearing pass over to Frank Mahovlich, ahead to Rattel. Rattel cleared it back to Cournoyer. A shot! Oh, what a drive that was. And Tretyak was able to get that one in great style. With the score, Canada 3 and the Soviets 1. This is Game 3 from Winnipeg. 7:50 left in the second period. 50 seconds left in the penalty to the Soviet. Mahovlich romping in on that left wing. Centered out to Esposito, and he tried to putt that one and just failed to get it. Another try now. The puck goes off the leg after Mahovlich had a try. Stapleton at the blue line to Mahovlich. Mahovlich took a shot as Cournoyer tried to rush in for the rebound, which didn't occur. Brad Park is forced into the corner. Lachenko covers him. Cournoyer comes out in front. Rolled one near the goal. Tretyak is trying to see it. Mahovlich is chased into the corner by Zigankov. They center it out, and Harlamov goes racing away on a breakaway. Coming in on goal. He shoots, he scores! Harlamov came out from nowhere there to draw the goalkeeper out.
Here's what happens when you don't keep an eye and the man slips in behind. Now Harlamov plays the carom off the boards perfectly. Now watch the good move. He protects the puck as he comes across in front. Esposito has made his move, and Harlamov goes right across the goal mouth and throws it up. Now look at this burst of speed. Now look at him protect the puck with his leg right across in front. Esposito's well out of the net. No chance.
Harlamov made a beautiful effort there. He went right in to draw the Canadian goalkeeper out of position, and now it's 3-2 for Canada. Zigankov was covered on the boards right after Clark started shoving a little bit. He's got Ellis and Henderson out there, Bill White and Pat Stapleton on the defense playing up.
By
USSR. As this game progresses, the ice could become a definite factor out here.
Karl Makov. Assist number 7, Gennady Tsigankov.
The puck is back to the Canadian goal.
L'Union Soviétique, le numéro 17.
Over on the wing, Clark passes out too far for Ellis. Petrov coming back for the Soviet, had his pass intercepted. Pat Stable couldn't get anywhere. Yakushev is leaving around. The teams are at full strength. As the puck comes back at center, Ellis. The Canadians are getting a little more cautious on the offside there. The play was called with 6:22 remaining.
As I was saying there, Foster, the ice conditions could become a factor as this game progresses. The ice surface is very damp now. It's quite warm in this building, and the ice hasn't been in the Winnipeg Arena for too long.
From the face-off, the puck slides into the Canadian zone. 6:18 remaining in the second period. Here's a loose puck for Henderson. Right in.